Today we have 4 such mothers who committed terrible crimes and faced consequences, starting with the popular parenting influencer Ruby Franke.
Honestly, my biggest fear ever since I started vlogging was, but what if I wake up and my children are just staring at a wall all day and there's nothing to film? That is legitimately my biggest fear.
Utah mommy vlogger Ruby Franke was once widely recognized for her now closed YouTube channel, 8 Passengers, where she shared glimpses of family life with her husband and their 6 children. But behind her facade was a monstrous truth that was soon going to be revealed to the public. On August 30th, 2023, Ruby Franke's son escaped from his mother's friend Jody Hildbrandt's house and knocked on the neighbor's door seeking help. He was emaciated and had duct tape wrapped around his ankles and wrists, pleading for food and water. Shocked by the boy's appearance and condition, the neighbors quickly dialed 911.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help. And he said he just came from a neighbor's house. He's emaciated, he's got tape around his legs, he's hungry and he's thirsty. Yeah, there's sores around him. I think there's a good chance he's been...
He also has...
Oh, and he has it around his
wrist
ankle.
as well.
I mean, his wrist as well. Okay, this boy has been...
Needs immediate attention. The box here.
This is hot.
It's dry.
I got shades on.
You got pictures?
I'll take more.
How did you get the ropes on you? Who did them?
Police then searched Franke's house, uncovering something chilling and deeply disturbing.
84. Front door's off to the left.
Open the door! Jody? I need you to step out.
I have my turn.
That's great. Step out of the house.
No, I'm not gonna step out of the
Step out of the
house.
house.
Step out of the house.
Whoa!
We're just gonna see
on.
if
Whoa,
anybody
whoa,
else.
whoa.
Is there anybody else home?
Wait a minute, how do you come in my house?
Right there.
Look, they come on into my house.
You come in, my buddy. I'm a police officer. How you doing? Do you need here? Hey, you okay? Is it just you in here? Where's your sister at? Contact one. You okay? Huh? You doing okay?
Police found Franke's 10-year-old daughter in Jody Hildbrandt's home, similarly malnourished. According to police, both children appeared to be under her direct care with Franke's knowledge.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Promise. See this right here? It's a badge. It tells me I don't hurt people. I'm just here to make sure you're okay. Yeah, I'll put this here, okay? You want me to hurry? You can eat. There we go. Whew. Thanks, yeah. If you're more than welcome to eat, you can eat all you want to. That's on you.
Are you scared? What? We helped your brother. And we got him some help too. And that's what we want to do for you. If we want to get you some help too. We are safe. We will not hurt you, and we won't do anything to hurt you.
At the time, the children were taken to the hospital and placed under the care of Utah's Department of Child and Family Services, along with their 2 younger siblings. During a search of the home, items such as handcuffs and rope were discovered behind a locked, vaulted door. Police then found Ruby Franke at her Utah home and arrested her.
Is there a lock on? Or is that the lock right there? Turn down there. You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you said something. He was yelling something to him. I apologize.
How are you? Alright, well, it feels good in here. So, hey, Ruby asked this, and I know that said that you're already detained, but I'm going to be taking you back to the police department. Okay? So I'm going to hop up. If I can fit through here.
You want to put it in one of our vehicles?
Yeah, you want to. Okay, just place your hand behind your back for me. Perfect. And then, right now, I can put a finger in each of these, okay? And I'm just going to double up those so they don't tighten up on you on the way out there. Where's your car?
It's out there.
Yeah.
About by the command.
You don't have anything on you that I should know about, correct? Any weapons, anything that we're going to find. Before you put you in a police vehicle, we need to search your person to make sure you don't have anything on you. Is there anything you have on you? Okay, I'm going to search you before we put you in his car. That's just protocol, so I'm just going to have you step right over here and then just widen your legs, widen your stance. Yep, perfect. Are you wearing a bra? Okay, I'm just going to go like this through and make sure you don't have anything. You said you're not wearing a bra? Okay. Is that just like a tank top under here? Okay.
Notice how she displays no signs of remorse and wears a blank expression on her face.
Just lift up your hair. Okay. Alright, you're just gonna walk with Officer Hines.
No, go out this way.
And then, hey Hines.
You want to go this way or that way?
During the questioning, Ruby Franke chose to remain silent and didn't utter a word.
So we just spoke with your husband, and he said you guys have 6 kids. Are those all together? Are those all your kids? I can wait all day, so it's up to you if you want to talk to us about what's going on. Would you feel more comfortable talking to one of us?
Or do you want me to I can step out for now?
Or if you feel more comfortable talking to him, I can step out.
I'll wait till I have a lawyer.
Okay. So you don't want to talk to us at all?
Initially, Ruby and Jody faced 6 felony counts of aggravated child abuse. However, they were later handed the maximum sentence of up to 30 years in prison, as allowed by Utah law. Next, we have Alexi Trevizo, whose actions are so appalling, they'll turn your stomach.
Alexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
On the night of January 26, 2023, in New Mexico, 19-year-old Alexi Trevizo woke her mother, troubled by severe lower back pain. Together, they promptly decided to seek medical help and hurried to Artesia General Hospital's emergency. Concerned about her lower back pain, the doctor suspected a urinary tract infection or a kidney issue. When asked, Alexi said she wasn't pregnant and still a virgin. Despite her denial of pregnancy, the doctor ordered a test to be sure. Meanwhile, Alexi received pain medication. This is what one of the doctors remembered from that night.
There was some issues because they had ran a pregnancy test on her and they found out that she was pregnant, and she was adamant. The mother was in the room with her and was adamant it is dying to.
Did you see that? Or it was
No, Chris came to me and told me this was what was going on because we were having an issue.
Okay.
And he was worried about the mother, the dynamics between the mother and the daughter, because the daughter was completely denying she was pregnant and the mother was relatively upset about that she was pregnant.
At approximately 1:39 a.m., Alexi suddenly felt a pressing need to use the bathroom. In the hospital surveillance footage, Alexi is seen hurrying to the bathroom, clutching her lower back. Less than a minute later, Alexi's mother, Rosa, went to check on her daughter to ensure everything was all right. Alexi didn't respond to Rosa's attempts to talk through the door, and after a brief moment, Rosa returned to the hospital room.
Yeah, there was some pain medication. she started feeling a little better, and then she said she needed to go have a bowel movement, and that's kind of when the whole thing happened.
So what did you do after that? So when she went to do the bowel movement, where were you at?
Initially, I was at the nurse's station, and then at some point I went and kind of checked on her, knocked on the door, seeing if she needed anything. She denied. She said she didn't need anything.
Did you hear anything?
I didn't hear anything.
Flushing it? Told it flush?
Yes. After a while, I started hearing. So I probably checked on her 2 to 3 times. I'm not exactly sure. And then I just kept hearing paper towel dispenser and flushing and like the water running. And I knocked again. Did she need anything? Denied anything. And then eventually it got to a point where I said, "You need to come out." And I asked the clerk to get the key to unlock the door, because obviously she locked the door to go to the restroom. And whenever we finally had the key to unlock it, she opened it and just kind of walked out.
Did she say anything at that
She didn't say
point?
anything. She was just looking kind of straight past me and went back to the room.
Did you look into the restroom?
I did.
Okay. What did you see?
Went into the restroom and I saw a large amount of blood.
Where?
And it was on the floor. It appeared to, like she had tried to wipe it up in places. It was kind of on the back wall, behind the commode, the toilet. And so I said, "You okay? What happened?" And she said, "I'm on my period," she said. And she walked out.
Even though Alexi claimed to be a virgin, the positive pregnancy test revealed otherwise. And because she had rushed to the bathroom and hadn't emerged for an extended period, the hospital staff had become worried.
And then I went in, because at this point we had already received the positive pregnancy lab test.
When was that?
I couldn't tell you the exact time, but I know prior to that, we got a positive pregnancy test on her.
Okay, prior to the bowel movement, did you tell her that y'all got a positive?
No, the doc hadn't been in there to tell her yet.
Okay, so, okay.
Yeah, so went in there, and I did look into the trash can at that time to see if there had been anything tossed, but the liner was fresh and complete.
It was shocking when Alexi claimed the bathroom was bloody because of her period. The staff didn't believe her and suspected she might have had a miscarriage.
She had buzzed to go to the bathroom, so one of the nurses was going in there anyways because she was going to set up for them to do like, pap smear and everything. So she was like, "I'll go ahead and disconnect her and she'd go to the bathroom." So I was like, all right. So she was in the bathroom, and then Chris, which is one of our other nurses, he was like, because I was like, dang, she's flushing that toilet like an awful lot.
Oh, so you noticed her toilet
flushing? Yes. And then he was like, well, damn. So I went and I knocked on the door and I said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Yes, I'm fine. I'm just having a hard time going to the bathroom," is what she replied. So I was like, okay. And then as I walked, push the call light if you need anything.
So you told her to push the call light?
Yeah, if she needed anything. And then like a few more flushes had gone by, and then that's when Chris was like, I don't know, because I told him, what if she's having a miscarriage in there and, flushing stuff down the toilet? So he knocked on the door and he's like, "You gotta unlock this door." And then she wouldn't reply, and he's like, "If you don't reply," he goes, and then that's when she heard him call for me. And he was like, "Laura, you got the spare key to this bathroom?" And I was like, "Yeah." Because we keep like a ring of keys by the desk where I sit. So I went and I got the key, and just as we were getting ready to open the door, she opened it, and all I saw was like blood everywhere, like on the walls, on the toilet. It just looked like a horror film.
Now, was it covering the floor, or was it like splotches?
You could tell she was wiping it up with paper towels because it was like smeared.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyways, the floor was just smeared with blood. Blood on the wall, like on the toilet and stuff. And
do you remember which wall?
Oh, it was like the back wall between the toilet and the sink.
However, the discovery in the bathroom was truly horrifying.
In your line of work, what would cause that kind of splatter?
I think something that got pulled out or ripped. Like if you ripped something and blood just went, it was like once you see the photo, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just.
So like you say, like rip, like something went like that?
Yeah, like when you rip something, or if you cut something and you go, like you swing your hand and blood just splatters.
Okay, so
that's how it looked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. yeah, we just kept hearing the paper towel dispenser going and toilet flushing. So yeah, when we opened up the door, like, we saw that, and then I noticed she had bloody footprints as she was leaving, going back to the room that we had put her in. So I had called housekeeping, which was Leela, and I was like, hey Leela, I'm sorry to bother you. I said, but I think this patient just had a miscarriage in her bathroom and she looked like a mess. If you could come and clean it. And she said, okay. So she came down and she started cleaning it, and then she went to pick up the wastebasket. And then she put the basket down and she yelled for me. And she was like, Lori, come here, the wastebasket's heavy. And I was like, what do you mean the wastebasket's heavy? So when I picked it up and I moved it towards the door, I was like, shit, it is heavy. So I pulled it out because it had like a fresh liner inside, so we didn't think nothing of it because we looked. So when I pulled the liner out, there was like paper towels, and we had rolled trash bags already in there, but she had grabbed a few and like balled them up and put them on top of him. So when I removed them, that's when I noticed the baby on the bottom of the trash can just wrapped in the bag. Like she had it tight, like because it was the top was twisted and then like tucked under, like so it wouldn't open up.
So basically, if you like
when you grab trash and you like swing
it and then you fold it over to like put it down or whatever.
Yeah.
Alexi had secretly given birth in the hospital bathroom and heartlessly disposed of the baby in the trash bin, committing a heinous crime.
That's how it went.
And it was clear.
It was a clear bag. Yeah, it's one of those clear bags.
So you
So it was a hospital liner?
So you saw the baby inside the bag.
Yeah, and then when I picked it up, that's when I noticed it even more, because all I saw was black and purple. But once we picked it up, like the bag suctioned to his face, and that's when I yelled for my charge nurse, which was HT, and I told him, hey, she put her baby in the trash can. So I handed the baby to him, and he took off to the trauma room and opened up the bag, and then that's when we went and got Dr. Vasquez.
Now you say that the bag was suctioned to his face. So was that from?
I think when I lifted it up, it kind of loosened, and so it just, where he was still moist, it just suctioned to him.
When the officers arrived, they were in the room as the doctor explained to Alexi and Rosa what had occurred. What you're about to hear is truly unbelievable.
So I started working her up. We did a pregnancy test on her, showed positive. She was denying that she had sex. Then she said she had to go to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom. She was in there for quite a while. We kept knocking on the door. Finally, we got her to open the door, and there was blood and shit everywhere. She was cleaning it up. So we took her back to the room, and I was afraid that she knew she was pregnant. She had done something to herself. So the doctor started doing a vaginal exam on her. We had the lady come to clean the bathroom. She put the baby in the trash can, and then she put another clean liner over the top of it. So when they looked in there, there was no trash in it, but it was underneath the clean bag. The baby's dead. Okay, we have him in trauma too, but she killed the kid.
Yeah. How old was the baby?
I don't know. It's full term. She just had it. She had it in the bathroom. Is what happened, and then whatever she did, I don't know. She's gonna lie. She wouldn't even tell us she's pregnant. She's been lying the whole time.
Okay.
So that's what's going on. I just pulled the doctor out of the room, so nothing's been said to the patient or the mother that's in there yet.
Okay.
I have Leela, the housekeeper, if you want to interview her.
Yeah.
She's the one that kind of found under the
because
trash.
I wanted to get with you guys first and then get with her to get her statement before I even did anything.
Well, I'm the charge, and this is what has happened.
Okay.
You can interview the nurse that had her, the two nurses that were taking care of her. You can talk to the tech, which is Lori. She's the one that went in there and actually found it, because Leela's like, this is really heavy.
Okay.
So then Lori went in there, and then of course the baby was underneath the clean liner.
Okay. Yeah. If we can speak with Lori. That
Okay, I'll get Lori and I'll get
Leela.
So officer, the first thing though is I need to make sure that the mother, the woman who delivered the baby, is medically stable. I don't know if she's delivered a placenta. She's bleeding a lot. I just got her accepted to Lovely.
The hospital staff and doctors were shocked. Alexi had been lying about her pregnancy all along and had secretly delivered and killed her own baby in the bathroom. Now they needed to ensure at least her physical well-being.
So how I need to tell her what's going on and tell the mother what's going on. The mother, they're both in there together. Is one of you willing to be present for that conversation?
I'll go in.
Are you guys going?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
go
for
right
sure.
now. I'm sorry. We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It came out of me.
Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
It was not crying or nothing.
What did you do to it? Okay, stop right here. Stop. Number one priority, guys. Number one priority is she just had a baby. I don't know if she's delivered the placenta. She's bleeding significantly.
Yeah.
I've spoken to the obstetrician at Loveless. They want her up there as soon as possible.
Okay.
I need your permission to transfer her for medical. She's
19.
Oh, you're right.
But she is a student too.
No,
still
no,
19
you're
years
right. You're right. She used to. I'm sorry, I forgot she's 19.
Kick out of me.
But you need to make sure that you're safe. I need to send you to Loveless to labor delivery. Will you please agree to that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. I'm gonna work on that. In terms, I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, you do have to have the police involved.
And nothing was crying. It came out with nothing.
I know. But the baby's gonna have to be taken for autopsy and be an investigator and everything. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But we need to do this correctly. And I want to be transparent about what our steps are gonna be.
While her mother seems furious, Alexi tries to justify her actions of tossing the baby in the trash can by saying that nothing was crying.
Do you guys have, I'm the charge nurse here, do you guys have any questions for me?
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What?
9 months?
Nothing was crying. Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls that what they do to their babies and what they go to jail? Nothing was crying.
Right. So as of right now, like what I said is, we're gonna have the detectives come over here and they're gonna talk to you. Okay. We have to gather some more information about what's going on. They'll get your statement. They're gonna get the doctor's statements. They're gonna get everybody's statements. Okay. So I don't know everything yet. Okay. So I'm not gonna tell you. I can't tell you nothing, honestly. Okay. All I can say is,
Couldn't go to jail.
right now she right now she's being detained. So she's not gonna leave from here at all. Period. Okay. So one of us will be in
your custody.
Yeah, she's detained. Yeah, she's not under arrest, but she is detained. Okay, she's not free to leave. So while this whole thing is coming up, you're not free to leave. Okay, one of us will be in here the whole time with you, because you're not going to try to leave or nothing like that. All right. Like I said, the detectives will be here. They're going to talk to you. Your care is of the utmost right now. Okay, they're going to do what they need to do to take care of you, to make sure you get stable. They get you transferred out or whatever. Like I said, the detectives are already been notified. They're already on the way, so they're going to come talk to you. All right. So don't leave. Don't try to do nothing. One of us is always going to be in here in this room with you. Okay. Unless we have to step out for doctor's orders or something like that, because if they need to examine you or do something with you. But other than that, like I said, you are detained. You are not free to leave at this point. Do you understand that? Okay.
Where was the baby at?
I don't know. I have no clue yet. Like I said, I just talked to the charge nurse. We're still getting all the information right now.
Alexi has been a liar. But seriously, how on earth did nobody notice that she was pregnant for 9 months? In some of the pictures from her cheerleading days, her stomach clearly appears unusually bulged. She's a skinny, slender girl. Then suddenly she gained a significant amount of weight only in her stomach, evident in her cheer pictures and even a video of her performing. And not one person noticed this? Not even her own mother? After Alexi's heinous act is exposed, her mother, furious, returns to question her again.
Where did you get the baby at? Tell me the truth.
517-836-460.
Have you not been to the vet? You put it in the bag?
Yes.
From what bag? Why didn't you say anything to us? Do you want to get in trouble for this now? You could get in trouble for
Mom,
this.
just give it time, okay? We're gonna speak to detectives whenever she's ready, okay? You ready for the second one?
Second one is 512-401-333. Last three of that second one.
Both Alexi and Rosa are solely focused on Alexi and whether she'll face consequences or be immediately taken to jail. A detective then speaks to Alexi's mom, stepdad, Alexi's boyfriend, and his mom while they are all in the hospital lobby.
Hi, Rosa?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Is this your family?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Detective who's also Chief of Police Department. What questions do you have for me?
What's gonna go on? Like, what, can I be with her?
She's getting life flighted out right now.
Okay.
So they're taking her right now.
Okay.
I haven't spoke to her at all.
Okay, so like what's gonna go on? Like, what's gonna happen with her? Like,
so she's gonna get treatment before we even talk to her because she needs to be stabilized. So that's why she's getting life flighted out.
Okay.
Once she gets stabilized, we'll try and talk to her. The baby's gonna go up north for autopsy. More likely it'll be done within the next day.
Is she gonna get detained after, like, she's released? How?
Get what?
Like, are y'all gonna take her into custody or anything like that? Like,
That depends on what the DA finds. We have to wait for the autopsy to come back to see what happened. Because right now, with how everything happened, we're gonna do an investigation, get more information from the OMI, Office of Medical Investigator up north. And with that, we present that to the DA, see what the DA wants to do with charges, if any at all.
Okay.
It should be pretty soon they make a decision. So,
still with it or not?
we don't know. That's why he'll be going up north.
He then informs them about what will happen next.
So, even though she's of age, if she's not available to be contacted, we put you down as next of kin for all mine. Okay. And you'd be grandmother?
I'm mom.
So you'd be
I'm
the
her mom.
you'd be the descendant's grandmother.
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
So that's her boyfriend.
Mr. Boyfriend, do you have a driver's license? No. And is the address on you current on the driver's license? Because determining on what the OMI does, if she's still in medical, and they do release the infant back, it'll have to be released somebody. It'll be up to OMI who they determine next of kin is. Maybe the parents, but maybe you. Okay, so that's why we're gonna get everyone's information. Okay. Would y'all mind talking to me later when y'all are okay?
Yeah, I was with her. I know she talked to him for a while on the phone, and then she came to me, so I've been with her the rest of the time.
Today? Okay. So what did she come here for that she told you?
She told me she had back pain.
That's it?
That's it.
Has she been having back pain before?
Yeah, she's pain for her and her hips is no. I mean, she was born with like her. I don't know. It's like crooked.
Her spine?
Okay, because my ex-husband, he hit me. He beat me whenever I was pregnant with her. So she was early. So she had some problems with her hips. Like I always had to take her to chiropractor to get adjusted because she couldn't use it. Like she was always getting constipated. Like she had to get lined up, whatever. So I mean, I've been taking her to chiropractor because I always thought, well, this time.
It seems like Alexi's mom had really been clueless about her pregnancy this whole time and somewhat careless not to notice.
I didn't know. I honestly didn't know she was pregnant. I didn't know. I just thought, like she said, I have back pain. Mom, my hips are hurting me. I think I need to go to the chiropractor. I said, okay, let's go tomorrow. But she was like in really a lot of pain, and
When did it start?
Like the pain?
Yes.
Yesterday she said it was really bad. That her hips were hurting, her back. And then last night, we're on the phone together, she said her hips were hurting bad. And I said, ask her if anything else is hurting. And she said just everything. And she went to sleep.
But she's a cheerleader too, so
She's big in cheers. They have a cheer competition. She works out. I mean.
And she's been active this whole
yeah,
time?
Yeah, she's been active this whole time.
And who does she live with?
Her parents are with us. Yeah, 'cause she's in school. She's a senior.
And how long have y'all been together?
Almost 2 years.
2 years? Okay. So I'm not trying to be rude to you, but you are more than likely would be the father? Okay.
No, we get it. We get
Sometimes
it.
it happens. Gets a little shaky when it's newborn, stuff like that. But with like death certificates, stuff like that, interpreting his sons, if you choose to use them, we'll be the ones to help you get those. Other than that, because that's all really you'd need, and they can help you with the afterlife care, okay?
At this point, Alexi's mother breaks down in tears.
Do y'all have any questions for me right now? Okay. You have my number. You can. That is my work phone if you want to text me or call me. I have my email on there as well. Okay. Sergeant and I got your information right?
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, I don't know. There will be charges. That will be up to the district attorney's office, if any are even done. Okay.
Okay.
It's too early in the game to know right now. So she's getting life flighted out. We'll talk to her later.
Okay.
That's if she wants to talk to us, if she chooses to, because she still has her constitutional rights.
Should I like get a lawyer for her? Should I?
You can. That's your choice. I can't tell you what to do. That's something that y'all as a family have to talk about.
Alexi was transferred to Lovelace Hospital in Roswell and was later discharged. She did not deliver the placenta there either. From there, she went home, and then she just resumed her usual activities as if nothing had ever happened. She returned to school, reunited with her friends. She even went to prom with her boyfriend. But the police weren't finished with Alexi. Not even close. Ultimately, Alexi had to confront the consequences of her actions. But Rosa's reaction towards the police, even after knowing what her daughter did, is truly unbelievable.
This is my house. I have a right to see the warrant.
I'm letting you know she has a warrant for her arrest. We don't have a search warrant for your house. We have a warrant for her arrest.
Okay, can you see the warrant?
And once we she gets a copy of it.
Can I go up there? Will you take her up there?
Hey,
Okay, so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18.
I understand that,
Right.
Detective Gonzalez. What is she under arrest for?
She has a warrant for arrest. Okay?
For what?
That's all I'm going to Okay?
What do you mean that's all you're going to tell me?
She's over there.
I understand that, but I have a right to know as well. Okay, then let me know now. Let me know now. I'm giving you the cooperation. I told you to answer my question. What is she under arrest for? What is she under arrest for? No, I'm not bringing her out here yet. Let me know what she's under arrest for. For what? For what? For what?
You okay with telling me?
Homicide.
Open count of homicide. And tampering with evidence.
Tampering with evidence?
Yeah.
At the hospital?
Alexi was finally arrested and charged with first-degree murder, child abuse, and tampering with evidence. But the audacity of her and her mother, along with their reactions, would probably be unlike anything you've ever seen before. Moving on to another heartless mother whose neglect of her child will shock you.
Oh my God. Come on.
On January 8th, 2024 in Fairborn, Ohio, approximately an hour west of Columbus and an hour northeast of Cincinnati, a 911 call was made for an unresponsive 3-year-old girl. Initially, the officers are uncertain of their destination, but soon they pinpoint the correct apartment.
Which one is it? Left? Isn't that the older lady? They always come out here and check. Alright, let's go in. Fairborn Police!
Fairborn Police Department!
recall the number back. Hold your mail, answer your phone.
There's an audible reaction from the officers when they see the scene, later describing it as deplorable. But the officers press on and proceed to search the apartment. Once more, they call out, announcing their presence.
No ideas. Ariana is, and no one needs his phone. However,
Oh my
the
God.
phone number that came up on the number.
Come on. Fairborn Police. I'm good.
In a heartbreaking moment, a responding officer spots a little girl. Though she's blurred out in the video, officers describe her as huddled in the corner of the room, with bug bites covering her body, lying unresponsive on a mattress and matted blankets soiled with feces. They found her weighing only 16 pounds. At first they feared the worst, but then relief swept over them when they heard she was still breathing. The girl was quickly taken to the hospital.
Oh, she's still breathing. She's still breathing. Let's go. Let's go. She's still breathing. Get a light.
Oh yeah, wow.
Let me get out of the way.
It didn't look like it.
Cow.
I'd say just pick up and look good.
Yeah. Yeah. $295.
All right. Excuse me.
Call code enforcement. Have them respond, please.
Who lives here?
We haven't even got that far. Let's get pictures started. I'm gonna call Johnny.
In due time, police confirmed that it was the girl's mother, Rabia Mubalai, who placed the call to the police under a false name, prompting the need to confront her.
To figure out a whole bunch of things, right? A whole bunch of details.
You mind if I sit? My back is killing me.
What do you want?
Just sit down.
You can have a seat in the back of the... Yeah, we're gonna have. You can have a seat in the back of my car.
Are you guys taking me?
What's that?
Are you guys taking me?
Yeah, we are. Okay. So
Can I
let's.
give my stuff to him then, please?
I'll take care of that. Let's walk in the front of my car. All right. Okay, just right here is good. If you want to face my car, you don't have. Just put your hands out to your sides. Nothing on your pockets at all. No pockets. You have just underwear underneath your sweats.
Not underwear.
Just your sweats. Okay, perfect.
322.
All right.
And with that, Mubalai is nabbed.
Tell me how to say your name. Yeah. Yep. Just give me a second. All right.
Is there any way you could cuff me in the front? I have spinal problems and this really hurts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. Just can you turn? Can you turn?
After all she has done to her daughter, she has the audacity to ask the officers if her daughter is okay.
Sorry. Do you know anything about her condition? If she's okay?
I do not. Right now, you're being arrested for child endangering at a felony level. Okay.
A felony level?
Yes. We are still we're doing our thing that we have to do. Okay. As Detective Whitaker mentioned, he will be in speak with you. Right now, we're going to go to our jail in Fairborn and process on those charges, and then go from there. And as we go through this process, I'll try to answer any questions I can best of my ability. Okay. All right. Yeah. We'll try to. Yeah.
Rabia Mubalai was charged with felonious assault and endangering children in connection with the mistreatment of her daughter, as stated in a Greene County felony indictment. She remains in the Greene County Jail, with bonds set at over $200,000. And now we have another horrible mother who hid her son's body in a trash can at her home.
Some lady called DCFS and, and kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves.
Absolutely not.
No, it sounds crazy to me too.
On July 25, 2023, in Rock Island, Illinois, the police were tipped off by a woman who had known Sushia Staples for many years.
At first it was just like a regular phone call, like how you been doing and stuff like that. And then I heard her like crying a little bit. And I asked her, I said, what's wrong? And she just stated to me that Christmas will never be the same again. She then stated to me, I said, why, what happened? And she was like hesitant to bring it out and tell me. She then told me that her son she was gone from the house, and she told me that her son had shot himself.
And who do you know her son as?
Zion.
Okay.
That friend of Staples informed the police that Staples confessed to hiding Zion's body.
She stated that he shot himself. At the time, he was 9 years old. I said, what do you mean he shot himself? I asked her several questions, like, how did he get a gun? Like, how did that happen? She explained to me that she had just stepped out to run some errands, and she received a call from her daughter Serenity saying that Zion was gone. And she said, what do you mean gone? She said, why is he gone? Is he outside? Tell him to get back in the house. But she told me before she left, he kept saying that how he missed his dad or something like that. And he was crying because he felt like he missed his dad or something like that, she had stated to me. Then she said that Serenity said, no, he's on the floor. He's bleeding everywhere. She feared that they would take her kids away, and she was scared to lose everything. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she said she still had him there. She told me she purchased a burning barrel from Home Depot or something like that you burn leaves and stuff in, and she stored him in that. I'm like, what? And she said, yeah, he was stored in that in her basement. She said she tried to set him on fire.
Upon hearing this revelation, the Rock Island police promptly went to Staples' home to investigate, and she put on quite a show. Take a look.
You Miss Staples?
Yes, how can I help you?
So we got kind of a weird phone call. Do you know Latricia?
No.
No?
I don't know anybody out here.
Some lady called DCFS. And,
what?
And kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves?
Absolutely not.
No, it sounds crazy to me too. That's what...
I am so sorry about this. My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. I have went down to Rock Island and filed a police report on her.
Okay.
I have went and put a restraining order on her.
What's her name?
Her name is Tony. This girl is never in it. She has so many different Facebook pages she stalks me from. She has made up different names, called me from different numbers. I have changed my number, tried to do everything I can.
Right.
Unfortunately, I can never seem to get them served because they're always bouncing around in the Chicago area.
Oh, okay. They're not even down here.
They're not even out here.
Staples adamantly insists that she did not have a son and seems deeply offended by the police's questioning.
They have girls?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 4. Do you want to see them?
No. They said it was a son. I was just curious if that's even true.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a never-ending story with these two.
I get, like I said, I'm not trying to bother you or anything, but we get a call, no matter how crazy it sounds, we still got to come up and see if there's any truth.
And this is crazy.
It is.
This is very crazy.
Okay.
I have been living here for 6 years. My neighbors have never had a complaint. Don't you think if my neighbors would have heard something like that, they would have made a call or said something to somebody?
I would believe so, yeah.
Just think about it. It don't make no kind of sense. This girl is psycho.
Just so I can check the box off, can I look in your basement real quick and I'll get out
No,
of here?
you need a search warrant to do that. I'm sorry, I'm not about to have my rights violated because someone makes your heinous allegations like this.
I know. Like I said, it sounded crazy to me too. I'm just up here seeing if, we have to investigate it.
The police, unsurprisingly, don't buy what Staples is selling. They've received a call about a child who hasn't been seen in many months. The police return the next day with a search warrant in hand.
Can Can I see the warrant, please? And I can call my lawyer. Can I see the warrant before we walk any further? I'm calm.
We have a valid search.
Staples has an answer for everything. The police inform her that the Department of Children and Family Services in Chicago has had contact with her children, including Zion. Staples once again shifts the blame onto her ex's girlfriend, whom she labels as a stalker.
You filed for public aid. You got your daughter.
Gotten benefits since I was in Chicago, so I'm not sure. I told you my identity was stolen. My taxes were illegally filed. I went through a whole thing with the IRS. That was not me.
But who is this Zion that was interviewed by DCFS up in Chicago, right in the presence of all your other children?
There was no one interviewed.
Staples.
No one was interviewed. Where did you say someone named Zion Staples was interviewed?
It was.
Because the call was made about my son Kentrell by his father.
Yes.
It was never made about a Zion Staples.
But when they went there
DCFS did a report.
The only child that they spoke to, because it was regarding him, had frequent visitors. We had kids in the neighborhood come over.
So
some of those kids that were implicated were not, in fact, our children. They were there.
So you're saying there was a kid in your apartment that was not your kid, named Zion?
I didn't say his name was Zion. No.
Well, somewhere here we've got to clear this up with this Zion Staples.
The detectives then confront Staples about the information they've received, pointing out her text message to someone regarding the police approaching her the night before.
That officer left last night. You texted this person and was talking to him.
Taking pictures of now.
Well, we have to take pictures of the whole house, and then we'll search, just to show that we're not like breaking stuff and everything else like that.
Not destroying your place.
So you were pissed off that the officers were here, and then you.
I didn't know who it was because I thought it was this girl that found my number again, because nobody has my number. So I thought it was her harassing me again. That's why I told the officer last night.
So then who did you text? And
I thought it was Tony. Catch a break from this.
Because we have the whole text thread between you two right after the officers left.
It's pretty personal to each other too. Like, you guys very well know each other.
But I thought
it's talking about somebody's daughter. It's talking about it's going back.
Because people are shitty. They say crap about your kids for what?
But you guys know each other. It's not a random just I'm texting a stranger getting mad. It's you two know each other.
You know what? People come after me all the time, and these are the same people I lend my hand to. I've paid for lawyers for people. I've helped people do things. So people envy you all the time. What can you do about it?
Eventually, the police inform Staples that she is going to jail.
Turn around for me.
Oh, no. I'm going to jail? What am I going to jail for? What have I done?
You just admitted to fraud.
So now you're going to railroad me on fraud?
Railroad you what? We're trying to figure out where your kid is. You're saying that he doesn't exist.
My kid. So now you're trying to railroad me.
Railroad you what? You did this to yourself.
Your officer just said he didn't. I didn't get any benefits though. I didn't file any IRS returns.
You're in possession of false documentation, and you already said that you signed up and have them for financial aid.
But I didn't. That's what I told you.
Police extensively search Staples' house, meticulously going from room to room, before taking Staples into custody and transporting her to jail. Zion's body was discovered in a metal trash can in Staples' home, wearing Spider-Man pajamas. The coroner concluded that Zion died from a gunshot wound, likely sustained in December of 2022. Sushia Staples faces multiple felony charges, including concealment of a death, obstruction of justice, and failure to report the death of a child.